So hello and welcome to the next installment of the NEStastical Tuesday, where I screw up with the microphone placement. Not the microphone, I mean the freaking web camera, which are now acting on its own free will, forcing it into a stand that I don't want it to have, but it doesn't seem like I have any other choice. But we're gonna tackle the classic by wearing the wrong headphones. I don't need these. These are the ones I need. But I accidentally moved my camera again. Man, and here I thought I set it up pretty good. Turns out, nope, I did not. But there we go. Nah, definitely not gonna tackle Ghosts and Goblins. No. Fuck that game. Nah, it's actually quite fun, but it's difficult. But no, the game we shall tackle is none other than Megaman 2, which is a classic game, but if you ask me, it's one of the more overrated Megaman games. It's fun, it's a good game, but people just give it way too much praise. So, we're doing this on difficult. Why? Because I like having things difficult, clearly. So that's why we're going with difficult. Also, the game is just super easy on normal mode, so, you know, difficult is the intended game mode for it. Granted, the game is much more enjoyable on normal, I'll tell you that. This game is honestly not worth playing on difficult. I'm just doing it because I'm a retard. That is literally the only reason why. Because again, it's much more enjoyable on normal, in my opinion. But that might just be because I struggle with this one on difficult. Although it's not as difficult as the Japanese version of Megaman 1, that one is pretty insane. Mostly because the lightning, which is the Yellow Devil's weakness, takes so little damage in comparison to the Western version. Never like these guys very much, so we're gonna try and despawn them. Maybe it's not possible. It doesn't seem to be possible. We'll just do it the regular way then, attacking them like normal. Also, make sure not to destroy the pilot first. The reason why is because, again, well, not again, because the cogwheel and this guy is separate, so just killing him will make the cogwheel still go towards you. Which is why I recommend not. Also, this does not happen on normal difficulty, they die in one hit. So yeah, the cogwheel guys, they are two different entities. If I go for that E-tank down there, I won't be able to get back without dying. But honestly, that might very well just be worth it. Going for the for the E-tank, I mean. Even if it does cost me some time and cost me a life, but I'd rather have a safety E-tank. Not that you necessarily need it. It's just good to have. But the reason why I want the maximum amount of E-tanks is because it does help on the final wily stage, as well as the second final one. No, not the second. God damn it. Wasn't supposed to fall down there, but didn't press the A button in time. That's something I need to get reused to, you know, when playing the... God damn it. Playing the retro platformers. Because they do not have grace periods. And we've been over this before, but I'm gonna be over it again. So we're gonna leave it like that. No, I'm just kidding. But... Lost my train of thought, that's terrific. Am I gonna die? I think this is my last life, to be honest, yeah. I died, okay. Oh, now I remember what I was talking about. Since this is an older or retro platformer, it does not have any grace period. And for those who do not know, a grace period in platformer is that you can usually jump after falling from the platform. Okay, if I get a game over, I lose all my E-tanks, that's good to know. Actually thinking about it, I definitely don't need to pick up the second E-tank on this level. But yeah, since there's... The grace period in platformers is that you can jump after falling, so basically when I jump down there on the platform to the left and here, I would have been able to jump as I... Just about a little more than half a second, I'd say, or maybe even a full second, in which you can actually jump, though you should technically fall. That is the grace period of modern platformers. Which of course are very... I wouldn't say beneficial, but it is beneficial. It's a very good convenience, that for sure. And we're all about them conveniences. Oh, full health. Don't mind if I do, game. Do not mind if I do. Can I be faster? Yes, I can, but there's literally no beneficial reason for me to actually go ahead and do that. So that is just peachy, isn't it? Maybe killing the guy on top of the cogwheel? Or gear, or whatever. Maybe he can adjust the speed in which the cogwheel moves as he dies. Didn't really mean to jump into the enemy, but sure. Here we go. Man, the camera is not my friend today. It just does not align itself in a good manner. Also, it's kind of funny with Twitch, you know. Be away for a week without a single stream, and boom, you're forgotten. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Plus, generally views are terrible in September, early October. Oh yeah, right, it's Spooktober next week. But apparently you're not allowed to say spook anymore? I don't know. I like the word spook, though. Or the word Spooktober. Because, you know, spook as in something scary. And I do enjoy, you know, horror games. At the same time, I need to beat Yakuza. Need to get back into Yakuza. Not that the game is boring to play, it's actually quite enjoyable. It's just not that I find that it might not be the best or most entertaining to watch. Me stream, that is. But, what do I know? Oh, I'm so glad that this game does not have the fact that a projectile will still hit you as it moves after being thrown. Because if it did, that would have been a double KO and I would have been dead. And I would not have been happy with that. Get equipped with Metal Blade! Okay, Metal Blade. Basically strong against most bosses. But we're gonna go Flashman. Now you may wonder, why did you go for Flashman? And that question is simple. It's an easy boss. Also, I really love this stage. The music is so good. I think you're not supposed to go on the middle section there. Or maybe you are... No, you're not supposed to. Because you enter a dead end there. It is here, on the other hand, that we need to move. Do I have... No, I only got the Metal Blade, okay. But yeah, the Metal Blade is the most powerful weapon of the game. It is one, if not the most overpowered weapon in the Megaman franchise. So, essentially, it's a very good weapon. Yeah, we're actually gonna damage boost that one, but invulnerability frames, I mean, not the best. But could be a lot worse. Could be tenfold better, sure, but could be worse. Two things we can do here. Only really one thing we can do here. That does not sacrifice my entire, health. There is no grace period. Okay, we did it. We do not have the crash bomb, so can't really do anything there. Really want some energy pellets. But nope, nothing. Now the jump was very difficult for me as a kid. Not now though. Now it's easy. Okay, I was about to ask what happened with my E-tanks, but they were there. So yeah, the reason why this is the most overpowered weapon in the game is because it can shoot in 8 different directions. Hello, I was about to say hello, Grodus, but that wouldn't be right. Hello, Jew, welcome to the stream, hope you enjoy. Hopefully it will pop up on the in the chat section. But you never really know with this game. I mean, with this stream. Not with this website. But how are you, the Jew? Hopefully everything is fine with you. Or better yet, great even. Yeah, it was a long time ago. A long time ago. When I streamed this game. That's for sure. Not sure if I was using my blue snowball at that point, or if I still was using a shitty microphone headset. Headset microphone, I mean. So what we got was item number 3, by the way. It's a platform that travels upwards until you jump on it, in which it falls down. Or, it goes out like that, energy-wise. So yeah, Metal Blade, it's very powerful, it's strong against most bosses in this game. So it's kind of like a be-all, end-all kind of shtick. Oh boy, oh boy! Almost killed myself there. It has a lot of shots. It barely drains any ammunition. And again, it's very powerful. It deals a lot of damage against enemies and bosses alike. And that is, my friends, is why it's the most overpowered Megaman weapon. Diamond Shield in Megaman 9 is pretty close, to be honest, though. Okay, so if you get hit by these lasers, you die in one hit. It's no fun, so, you know, don't try it at home. Or do try it at home. Because, you know, failure makes perfect. Or, well, practice makes perfect, really, but... to practice is to fail. Okay, I actually made it through. Good on me. Actually thought I wouldn't, to be honest, but hey, even I surprise myself sometimes. Actually more often than I care to admit, but we don't need to talk about that. I have stayed safe and wearing my mask. That's good to hear. If I recall, Quickman is one of the few bosses that are not weak against Metal Blade. Yep, he's immune to it. He is also the weakest of the Robot Masters, though. He takes 2 energy pellets off the Buster. There we go, we have defeated him. At least I hope I have. Okay, I barely beat him with that. Oh, I've been playing a new game on your PS4, that's great to hear. What's the game called? Q, get equipped with Quick Boomerang! Okay, Quick Boomerang, let's go for Bubbleman next. Technically I could go for Woodman. But Woodman is so much easier with Heatman's weapon. Sure, we could go for Heatman, but Heatman is a lot more easy, or a lot easier, I mean, with the lead bubble, which we get from Bubbleman. Although Arrowman is a lot easier with Woodman's weapon, which of course is obtainable. It's not the most difficult thing to obtain. Also, I'm gonna keep that little frog alive. That was an incredibly dumb jump, which I actually survived with some good old dumb luck. These platforms, didn't really mean to spit, but I'm pretty sure you didn't even see that, but those platforms, you have to be quick with them. Also, these hermit crabs are really annoying on difficult mode because they toss the shells when you hit them. There's something called the pause glitch in this game, in which you pause. And whenever you repause or pause off, pause back into the game, you count as landing on a platform. So at this point, if you pause at the right time, for long enough, you can get very far on the right here. And you can spawn into the wall and you can make yourself slide through this entire area. It's not a difficult area by any means. But it's a fun area, sure, but it's pretty slow. Especially on the PAL version, which I believe this is. As I'm playing this on the NES Classic, the European one, pretty sure they are running on the PAL versions, which are running a little bit slower than the NTSC versions. It's both good and bad. The bad part is that the game moves very slowly. The good thing is I have a little bit more time to react and you know, respond accordingly. Such as 4 King Slots and Casino and EA Sports UFC 4. Okay. Doesn't sound like games that I would enjoy, but... to play, I mean. But I'm pretty sure that they are games that you enjoy, hence why you bought them, so... hope you'll enjoy them. It's the short answer that I should have gone with. So, Bubbleman's weakness is Quick Boomerang, but Metal Blade also works. Quick Boomerang is just a lot faster. At least I believe it's... the weakness. Could be wrong about that, to be honest. Get equipped with Bubble Lead! So yeah, I could do Woodman now. But I'd rather do Heatman. But I'd rather have item number 2, so we're gonna go with Woodman instead. Woodman is super weak against the Heatman's weapon. Like, ridiculously weak. But, hopefully Metal Blade will deal damage. Wouldn't make sense if it didn't, considering that metal cuts wood pretty well. Sure, these are cogwheels, aka gears. But technically a saw blade is a gear with just sharper ends. And, you know, even if the edges are blunt and not sharp, they should still be able to cut through wood at high speeds. So, I'm just gonna assume that the metal blades are thrown in very fast speed. Or so I could hope, anyway. I was about to say, this section can be annoying, but if you do this, you'll fine. Except that I didn't get a chance to do it because I ran too far and screwed myself. Classic Grodus moment. Okay, we're gonna let the next bird drop it. Seriously? Okay, thanks for the weapon energy, but... oh, what? So because I killed the mother bird, all the other birds died too. I've never seen that happen before in the game, but... there's a first for everything. Whee! Would be lovely if I would stop getting hit by the carrots. Just a suggestion. Okay, why did the chat god damn it. That was really stupid for me to do. Can honestly not believe that I did that, but well, here we are. got some weapon energy back. As a friend, I'm happy that you are happy, aside from the shutdown. We haven't really had much of a shutdown here in Sweden. It's the capital that I've had. But that's because it's the most infected area. In the country. Granted, we have had some cases where I live as well. I have potentially had it twice. But well, I got a negative result on the... It came back negative, I mean. It's not that the result was negative. The result was quite positive, but it was negative for COVID. But I'm glad to hear that you are safe as well. And that you are not ill. And hopefully your family is fine as well, Jew. Now we're gonna do a fun thing here. We're gonna mock Woodman a little bit by activating Flash Stopper. Because that will make the Robot Master spawn in the air. And they will have to go down a little bit slower. Okay. Secondary weakness is Metal Blade. You know, there's a song called I Can't Beat Airman, where they sing that, oh, we can't destroy Woodman because he's too tough, we need Heatman's weapon to take him out. But we also need Woodman's weapon in order to take out Airman because we can't beat Airman. Should we use the Metal Blade? Ah, good old Bob Ross. Okay, next up after Woodman is Airman. It does feel good streaming again though, it's been too long. To be fair though, if the capture card wouldn't have worked, aka it wouldn't have shown when I came back from the bathroom, when I put it in and I left my computer for a short while. If it wouldn't have worked, I would have called off the stream and would have done something else, but lucky for us, it did work. So I didn't really have any reason to call it off, or any excuse, that is. So, you know, here we are, all happy. Also, if we use the Flash Stopper here, we wouldn't be able to move further, so... not recommended. Also, I really like how these robots looks like, you know, monkeys that throw electricity. At least they do, in my opinion. Seems to be one more platform than should be. I don't remember there being that many cloud platforms. As a kid, I always thought that the cloud section there was difficult. It really isn't. For me today, anyway. But I generally think that this is the hardest section of the level. Or more so in the Wily Wars version. Also, I'm thinking of shaving off my beard. It's starting to annoy me a bit. Plus, I got food in it. And sure, I've gotten food in my mustache several times. And then I usually, you know, fix that by cutting it. My beard, on the other hand... Don't fall down, thank you. It's not as fun to get food in. Oh, you have a beer too? I just beat the devil out of him. So, Woodman, super easy with the wood shield. The thing is, I do look good in a beard. But I also look very old in a beard. A lot older, I mean. And honestly, I really like looking young. It's a bit vain, sure, but I actually do enjoy looking younger than older. Mostly because I'm a kid at heart. Hence why we're here playing video games together. Yeah, we certainly are, Jew. We certainly are. Now let's go Heatman. No, actually, let's go Crashman. Nah, let's leave Crashman for last. Let's go Heatman. But yeah, you're right. We are getting old. Let's go Airman. It's a pretty powerful weapon against these foes. And it's a pretty good area nuke, sort of. Or at least take everything out in an arc ahead of us. Plus, we also get to see some other weapons than the metal blade. And, you know, that's also always a positive. With a quick boomerang, we can kill these Zoomers? I don't know what they're actually called. I think Zoomer is an enemy from Metroid, to be honest. God damn it. Oh, I fell down. That's unfortunate for me. Good thing we can do this to, you know, circumvent that jump. I do enjoy the fact you do have kind of free flow movement. There we go. So here is a block puzzle. I've been able to do it once. I've been able to do it once in Megaman 2. And it looks like I will have to do it again. Us this old man. Yeah. Although it's bad to be a man today, Jew, didn't you know? All men are evil and such. I'm just kidding. Some people definitely are evil. But I wouldn't say all is. All. Yeah, I wouldn't say that all are. Come on, little enemy, pop down. Come on, little enemy, pop down. 'Cause I'm not doing that block puzzle. I refuse to. I think it's better for us to actually do it over here. Right, that's why I didn't stand directly under it. God damn it. Okay, I get it. I can't pause when it's on. I have to do this and then switch. That is, super annoying, to be honest. Come on, you silly enemy. Just give me the ammunition refills. Of course, now that I want them, I won't get them, but, you know, when you never want them, you always get them. Oh, such is the psychology of video games. Seriously, game, can you give me the big ones? Nope, it's gonna continue giving me the small ones. So very uncalled for. I like how that for the fact that I pause the game. Okay, never mind. It just goes on the right side there. Because I jump left, it goes right. Now that is logical. Not. Okay, I have it full. Now we just need to have more metal blades. Of course, now I'm not gonna get any ammo refills for it. Because that's how game works. Why didn't it... What? That does not make any sense whatsoever. Would be lovely if it opened up. I don't really need any more ammunition than this. So we'll get a move on, and then we're gonna do this correctly this time. Which of course is up here. Also never go for this extra life, because that's just a... I wouldn't say illusion, it's a trap. So, you know, avoid it at all costs. I did have an extra life just in case, right? I'm gonna play around a little with Hitman as well here. I'm gonna stop time for him. I love doing this, it's too much fun. So, this is Bubble Man. You hit Bubble Man once, he goes into a flare, and then charge into you. So, fun fact about Hitman, when I was a kid I actually thought it was a female robot. Something with the design just struck me with, you know, with it being feminine. Might also be because I felt that, you know, red was a feminine color when I was a kid. Not really sure if it is or not. But red is one of my favorite colors, so, you know, there we go. Item 1. Completed! Get your weapons ready! Get equipped with item 1! Yay! So, Crash Man, we're not gonna have birds for him. We're gonna have eggs. Plenty of them. So, Craftsman stage. Very fun stage. I read someone explaining what this level was supposed to look like. Or what it was supposed to represent. It was pretty cool. But that's also all I remember from it. I think it was something like a radio tower or something like that. Although that doesn't explain the crash bombs. Anyhow, it's time to show off the wood shield again. It's one of the absolute worst shield weapons. Sure, it's better than the star shield, because the star shield disappears when it gets hit. But at the very least you can move around in it. This one takes out most projectiles, or most enemies I mean, but you can't move around in it. And you can also, actually never mind, it's one of the better ones when I think about it. I take that back, it's better, one of the better shield weapons. Its only drawback is that you can't move in it. It was a pipe. It was a pipe dream. Yeah, maybe that was something like in the lines, like a pipeline or something like that. Or an oil tower, which you climb. And that's why there's so many routes and shit like that, I don't know. Kind of weird how everything just falls straight through you in this game. It's also super annoying, but it's also a bit interesting, I'd say. Number 1. That would be Dio. Let's go Metal Blade. Also kills them in one hit, okay. Although I say that the air strike is a bit better against them because it predicts and destroys them as they go down. Okay, good, I do have a maximum amount of energy tanks. That's what I wanted. So, I thought Crashman was a really difficult boss as a kid. Turns out he only jumps when you shoot. Which is something I didn't figure out as a kid. Because I'm pretty dense, you know? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I never figured that out as a kid. I never really did. So I had to kill him, defeat him with the airstrike. Which is not too bad, because airstrike is a good weapon. Welcome to the most overrated song in the Megaman series. To clarify though, it's a good song, but it's highly overrated. There's a lot of better songs, to be honest. It's a song that, you know, every person that rearranges music or makes remixes and shit like that. It's the one Megaman theme they all do. Sure, some may be different and do another song first. But they all end up doing this one. Again, it's a very good song, but I also think it's overrated because, again, everyone and their mother have remixed it. And you know, if they don't remix it, they use it in ROM hacks, etc, etc. But again, good song, so I don't blame them, but just highly overrated in my opinion. Granted, I'm not granted. Take for example the song We Are the Robots from Megaman 9. It's the second stage, by the way. The second wildest stage song in Megaman 9. That song is a lot better than this one. In my opinion, anyway. But to each and their own. And it's a good thing that, you know, people have different opinions, because it would have been rather boring otherwise. Okay, time to go and jump the platforms. It's kind of funny because it starts as you running. Also get hit by the Mecha Dragon here, you die instantly. So do not recommend. But yeah, it becomes an auto-scroller. You are definitely safer on the top platform. But get hit by a single projectile and got knocked up into the... Or rather, get hit... If you get hit by jumping, the game will register you at the bottom of the screen, so you will die instantly. Do not recommend. At all. But yeah, we defeated Mecha Dragon. Seizure warning upcoming. That is true. Forgot about all the flashes in this game. They never really bothered me as a kid. They don't really bother me now, but they're definitely more aggressive than they were back in the day on the NES. They're definitely more aggressive on the NES Classic than they were back in the day, I mean. So, this is the best route here. Why? Well, you get an extra life, you get to refill your weapons. In case you have used them all. Plus, there will be some spoils that are very good for us to get. If we want to, that is. I already have plenty of lives. I don't need any more, and I have the maximum amount of E-tanks. You know, after I dropped onto the screen, I remember the spikes. Okay, never mind, I didn't remember the spikes at all. I just reacted in a timely manner. God damn it, I didn't want that freaking extra life. Which might sound weird, why would I want more extra lives, you may ask. That's because if I fail against the fourth boss, then it's a real hassle. So more often than not, I'm better to just game over. Although that's technically just true for the final battle in the game. Because there's no way to actually fill the requirements if you die against the final boss too many times without getting game over or running out of a certain something. Okay, it's boss time, and this boss is actually weak against the Metal Blade. Like a legit weakness. I've forgotten about the fact that it requires 3 shots on difficulty. No more, no less. Hate when that happens. Reason why? Because you start over here. It's not difficult to get back, sure, but it's just annoying. I forgot how much the Block Devil dealt in damage. I know it has another name, I just like calling it Block Devil because it creates blocks. And it's slightly similar to that of the Devil variants of the genre. Before I got everything, now I get nothing. The second try is always the worst. Okay, that was decent. We'll go for it. Fuck. No! I could have jumped there, I think. Did not know that you could stand on the edge there. We're actually gonna use an E-tank. I believe we get another E-tank later on. If it's not on the next stage, it's on the 4th one, I believe. Don't really need number 2 anymore. Or item number 2, I should say. So we're gonna use it there and go for the Metal Blade. God damn it. Really hate the fact that, god damn it. If you shoot that too early, you're dead. Oh, that was so close. Almost out of Metal Blade, almost out of health. If I would have died there, I would have been so pissed. In fact, I think it even could have been the end of the stream if that happened. So, good thing it didn't. Down we go. So, this is what Crash Bombs does. It shoots out a bomb, it explodes, and it blows up these walls. Okay, we're gonna go for the Metal Blade. The worst part is we need number 3 as well. So we're gonna go for number 3. And I have to refill my Metal Blade in one on the next stage. So this level has giant fishes that or sharks rather, that's trying to jump up and get you. Should have been another one there, but didn't load in for some reason. Here we go. I think this is where we start if we actually dies. It's either up here or down here. It would be lovely if I could stop getting hit. Next boss's weakness is the quick boomerang. And it's none other than the guts tank. You have a lot of guts attacking me, Megaman! But yeah, the guts tank, fairly easy boss. It's more show than anything. There we go, dead. Again, seizure warnings. Looks better on the stream than it does on my end. So you know, good on you. Okay, so we're gonna need number 3. We're also gonna need number 1, but Metal Blade will be much more important overall. So we're gonna go with the Metal Blade. We got 5 lives, okay. Better use them wisely then. There's a secret, or there's a hidden wall, not wall, hidden floor on these tiles. Can be challenging to spot, doesn't necessarily have to be. There's really no tell until it's too late. Also, here's another E-tank, it's the final one in the game. In case you really need or want one. I got all of mine, so there's really no reason for me to go down and get it. This is the midway section of this level. As you can see, that was some weird movement pattern. But yeah, these levels are not the most, not the longest ones. They are, in fact, even fairly short for Wily levels. Heck, even Megaman 1's Wily stages were longer than this. That was actually rather good, getting that fill up. Also, I thought I at first had made a mistake, but nope, luckily I had not. Oh boy, forgot about the fact that you spawn into the next screen when you do that. Maybe I did need number 2 again. Don't really need it, but it makes it a lot easier. You're supposed to wait for the platform to move there and jump onto it and then over to this side. Okay, good. Got a big health. Man, I was kind of hoping I would be able to despawn this guy, but alas, I was not. So, welcome to the most difficult boss in the game, in my opinion anyway. Reason why, it's very few sections for mistake. They have a pretty easy tell when they're gonna shoot, though. The fuck? Okay, thank God for that. The one bad part about this, though, is that I don't have enough ammunition to beat the boss. I can't even open this door. That's a shame, so all I can do now is wait for me to die. Did not realize I did not have a full amount of the Crash Bomber. Okay, good. Got a big refill for it. There we go. I have enough to beat the boss now. But yeah, that's a little bit annoying, and it's the reason why I don't like that boss very much. It's also one of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of Megaman 2. It's not just for the fact that, you know, it's the most popular Megaman game. For most, anyway. I actually think it might be... it might even be the most popular Megaman game. I know it's a favorite for most people. But yeah, this boss is one of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of this game. Double kill. We're just gonna go with this tactic. It's faster. A little bit unsafe in case you run out of energy, but... not the worst tactic. Good, all dead. Okay, there we go. We're now ready to pick up item number 1 and go fight against the security again. Excuse me, game. They respawn. Oh wait, yeah, they do. It's just the walls that doesn't respawn. Man, I forgot completely about that. Well, that's gonna be fun then. Not. So I did have a vague memory of, you know, these guys disappearing as well, but, well, clearly I was wrong. Of course, now the annoying part is that I have to redo that section again. Even more annoying that I have to grind my weapon energy back up. I think that's the most annoying part, to be honest. Such a shame that the weapons and, you know, the M-tank or the weapons tanks are not invented in the series yet. Okay, it was as I remembered it. A death trap over there. Yeah, the security drone or whatever the boss is called is not the most fun. Weapons grinding is atrociously boring. Especially when you don't get weapon energy. It's just fine though when, you know, you get big weapon energy. Or weapon energy in general, really. We can grab this extra life. There's no harm in having one more. Now that I've died twice. How many do I have left? 4. Okay, so I'm still pretty safe in terms of lives. Not sure why I went the lower route first, but oh well, I'll go for it, I guess. I'm rather happy that I get some weapon energy, you know. Because again, I would rather have a little bit over having none. Would also be lovely though to, you know, get big weapon energy game. But by the looks of it, the game is not going to give it to me. It's going to deny me it, apparently. Small one is still good though. There we go. Okay, so there's 2 of them. One there and one ahead of there, okay. That might not have been the best idea. But I think I opened up the wall over there, so I should be fine, right? Should not have done that. Actually, never mind. I think I might be able to do it and survive. Stupid to take, you know, unnecessary risks, though. Sometimes taking risks are necessary, but that was not one of the moments. Also, you see those orbs that turns around when you go down the platforms? They remind me of something later. I know they're not exactly the same, but they do remind me of something later on in the game. Now that is what I call skillful movement. And of course you would call it just pure dumbfounded luck. Which again, it really is, but well, the audience doesn't need to know that now, do they? I'm just kidding, of course they need to know. Thank you, Jew. Whee! Are you working from home today, by the way, Jew? Let's grab the extra life. Huge mistake, sure, but we'll go with it anyway. Come on now, Sniper Joe. Thank you for dying. There we go. Okay, now it's easy. Now I won. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I figured, because when I stream during this time of the day, you usually just pop in during your lunch and to say hi. But now you're sticking around, so I figured, yeah, he must be working from home. But I'm super glad to have you here, Jew. Flame Man, are you weak against Metal Blade? No. Only lead bubble, but I have to be very conservative with the bubbles here. There we go. Seems like the PAL version has a lower spend rate for it. Can you? Okay, you can still jump with it. That's pretty cool, I guess. Okay, it was Woodman, I wasn't sure. I was thinking, maybe it is Woodman? So, Hitman's weapon you can charge up. And the further you charge it, the more damage it does. Also, the more ammunition it takes. It's not the best standard weapon, but it's pretty cool over the fact you can charge it up. We killed Bubble Man with the quick boomerang before, now we're gonna take him out with the metal blade. Over here should be Quick Man, right? Yep. So again, Flashman, super easy because he's the weakest out of the bunch. Although he does deal a lot of damage, so... Really, game? Really? That was honestly pretty shitty. Kill me as I activate my weapon, why don't ya? But yeah, in terms of raw damage, Quickman is easy. But he's not the most enjoyable boss to fight against because he also deals a lot of damage to you. The irony of it all. It's either Crashman or Flashman, I think. It was Crashman. There we go, super easy with the air shot. Either way, Flashman and Metalman remained, both are weak to Metal Blade, so it's gonna be easy. Also, due to the fact that, yeah, see, super easy. 2 Metal Blades and he's dead. So you might have noticed that, you know, the Metal Blade in Metal Man's forehead. You might have noticed that. As a kid, that always reminded me of, you know, the Doctor flashlight. But it's time to fight against Wily. And your best bet is, you guessed it, Metal Blade. Mostly because you can get a lot of damage into it. You know what? I'm not gonna take any chances. And Wily has been destroyed. Floor has been destroyed. And oh my god, there's more! Surprise, surprise, there's more. This level always scared me as a kid. There's really nothing to be scared of. But it's the fact that it's so quiet. And that the only sound you can hear is the blood dripping. But this is super easy if you just do it like this. Head straight right at the beginning. And then enter the boss. Look, it's Dr. Wily. Oh my god, he's an alien! Who would have thunk it? So, Alien Wily moves in a figure 8. His only way of getting hurt is the lead bubble. On difficulty, you are allowed to miss a maximum of 4 shots, I believe. Okay, maybe not that little, but you're not allowed to miss many shots. So, you know, once you figure out that, oh, he's just moving in a figure 8, it's fairly easy, actually, even on difficult. As long as you don't miss every single bubble, which had happened to me. Before I figured out it was a figure 8. So yeah, that thing up there is what reminds me, the big orb, is what reminds me of the bottom platforms of the moving platforms. They do look similar to me. Somewhat anyway. So yeah, there we go. We have beaten the game. Huzzah! Yippee! Yatta! Yippee! Hurrah! And now we're walking through the seasons. Mostly just to change the weapon's name. I mean the weapon's color. They do change after the seasons. Like the Japanese cherry blossoms. And the airman's raining and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, Grodus did it again! Woohoo! But yeah, it was a lot easier and difficult than I had remembered, but... oh well, I played the game a lot of times. The 4th stage... still don't like... the 4th Wily stage, I mean, still don't like it. But it is what it is. Now we've tackled with, tackled and finished Megaman 2. And I am undisputed frogweight champion of the world! Yeah, someday maybe, Drew. Maybe. Someday. So, I'm turning 28 this year. In a little bit more than 1 month. And I'm starting to get a little bit of an age crisis. And I know that 2 years does take quite a long time to pass. But I also know that 2 years, a lot happens. So it also flies by pretty fast. And a lot of things can happen in 2 years. And not many things can also happen in 2 years. Which is kind of why I have a small not midlife crisis. That should probably arrive around 50. but starting to have a little bit of an age crisis. Not the most fun. Fishman. Thank you for playing. But again, a lot of things can happen in 2 years. So we'll see how that goes. Oh wow, we press start and it goes back here. That's pretty cool. But there's really no reason for us to do that because we're done with the game. And with that, I shall say thank you very much for watching. Stay frogger one. And I shall see you next time.